Welcome back to another episode of Mondays with Madrid. My name is Veyda Lake. I'm a freshman from Houston, Texas, and I'm majoring in architectural engineering. I'm here with Coach Madrid. Why don't you give us an update for this week?
Well, thanks for coming, Veyda. It's awesome to have you here. And so I have a lot of questions for you that we'll get to in a little bit. But exciting times within the basketball program right now. We have had the opportunity to get on the court with our team, and Coach Weaver and I are just extremely excited after practice, planning practice, just simply because our team, they've been sponges. They're learning. We're getting better every single day. It just seems like every day when we leave the court, we just continue to get better and better. So we're super excited about the direction in which we're going and looking forward to seeing their growth. A few things that are going on within the program. October 28th, we have Trunk or Treat, which is really a athletic-wide, community, campus-wide event that's going on campus. So if you're local and you want to bring your little one to our Trunk or Treat this year, that would be awesome. I believe our theme is Space Jam. Is that correct? I have yet to see Space Jam. I need to watch it. That's probably terrible that I'm a basketball coach and I've never seen Space Jam. But we're super excited about doing that. We should hear from the presidents of the conference at some point soon to decide on the start of our season. So our players are really, really excited about that in terms of knowing we're going to have a schedule. This is when we're going to start playing, and we can get started in terms of knowing those things. But enough about that. Some of the things that, you know, when people watch Veyda, they want to really learn more about you guys than they want to learn about me. And so I have a few questions for you that I'm going to ask, and just feel free to answer them any way that you want and just be as honest as possible. And we'll go from there. One of the things I want to ask you right now, obviously you're a freshman, okay, from Houston. What has been the biggest transition for you coming from being a high school basketball player to now a college freshman basketball player? What's been the biggest transition so far?
It's definitely the tempo. My school, we got along with each other, but we didn't really push each other too much. Maybe like one or two of us would go on to play college, and that was about it for a couple years. And so, yeah.
The tempo of play has kind of been just a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, or maybe a little bit more physical. Okay. Now, I know one of your hobbies is art. You're very artistic.
Yes.
Okay. So tell our viewers a little bit about how, you know, is that just something that's been natural to you, or is it something you kind of figured out at a young age? And what have you been able to do with your natural artistic ability?
I've been doing art since I can remember with my mom. We just paint on whenever she was free on the kitchen table.
You didn't paint the kitchen table? Okay. Good.
I don't remember. Okay. Maybe. But I've been studying art for about 7 years. I've taken classes since middle school. So, yeah.
Okay. No, that's awesome.
I've entered competitions.
And how have you done?
They've done pretty well. They've gone on to the final round, but like after the final round, you go to state. I never got to go to state. Okay.
Well, no, but that's something you still like to do kind of on your free time. Something else I think that is super interesting, and I don't know much about this, and I don't know if any of our viewers know much about this, but tell us about K-pop. You're a K-pop fan, right? I know nothing about that. I actually thought it was a cereal when they first told me about it, but it's not a cereal. So tell our viewers what K-pop is and how you're sort of infatuated with it, I guess is the word.
It's just pop music in Korean. That's pretty much it. The biggest group, BTS. My friend got me into BTS my sophomore year, and I've been listening to all their songs ever since.
So is it more about the beat of K-pop, or is it like, can you understand Korean?
I only know some words. That's it.
You just make the rest up in your head?
No.
Oh, okay.
I look up the lyrics.
No, that's awesome. I'm gonna, you know, when we get out of here, I'm gonna go download something K-pop and we'll sing it tomorrow in practice. Okay. Here's what we're doing next. I'm getting so good at this show now that I come prepared. All right, I come prepared. Before I wasn't. So, first, before we do this next exercise, I need you to tell everybody who your roommates are.
Oh, it's Janessa Payne, Devin Williams, and Annalise Dominguez.
Okay, I like the way you said Dominguez like that. It's nice. And so you guys are all freshmen, right?
Yes.
And you guys have living together in an apartment. Good stuff. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go rapid fire. The first roommate, and yourself can be included, the first roommate that comes to mind when I say a word, say the name of the roommate. Okay. And it can be you, all right? Okay, funniest.
Janessa.
Best cook.
Janessa.
Cleanest.
Devin.
Loudest.
I don't know, Annalise.
Annalise is the loudest?
I don't know.
Wow, okay.
We're all quiet, so let's just use the least quiet.
Who's the least quiet? Annalise is the least quiet?
Maybe.
Okay, this one's going to be big. I'm telling you right now. Best dressed.
Janessa.
Janessa's the best dressed?
Yeah.
Worst singer.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Take a guess. Just think about those three. Which one would probably be a bad singer?
Me.
Okay. You went safe, all right? All right. Which one of you four is the sneakiest?
Annalise.
Annalise. Kindest.
Me.
Okay. Quietest.
Me.
Okay. Who's the best driver?
Devin.
Devin's the best driver?
I think so.
Who's the worst driver? Remember, their parents watch.
Maybe Annalise.
Annalise. Who is on the phone the most?
Annalise.
Annalise. Which one sleeps the most?
Annalise.
Annalise. Which one is the most social?
Janessa.
All right, last question off the top of my head. Okay, it's not on the list. I'm making this one up. If you were stranded on an island, which one of your roommates would you want with you?
I think I might do Devin, just
okay.
because she might be the most level-headed person when it comes to like planning. And then I wouldn't choose Anessa because she's afraid of the water.
Oh no, yeah.
And crabs.
Yeah. And Annalise would be asleep.
Probably.
Okay. No, fair enough. Okay. So that's enough of me asking you questions. I know you have some questions to ask me, so I will let you proceed with that.
Okay, so first one. Why did you want to coach women's basketball?
Well, that's a really, really good question. Truth be told, I did not want to coach basketball. Had no desire to coach basketball. I actually started off an accounting major, and I wanted to be an accountant. So I took, intro to business, macroeconomics, microeconomics, took marketing classes, and I guess I was into the start of my junior year in college. I'm from New Mexico. Back then in New Mexico, you could contract coaches because there was sort of a teacher shortage. So my old high school coach called me and asked me if I wanted to coach the freshman boys team. And I said, absolutely not. I have no desire to coach. And he said, well, I'll give you $2,000 stipend. Well, in 1994, that was a lot of money. So coached the freshman boys team and then changed my major to special education and got a bachelor's in special education, a minor in history, and that's kind of how I started coaching. Never looked back from that point.
The second one was, what's your most embarrassing memory from playing basketball?
My most embarrassing memory from playing basketball, I don't know if it's an actual skill, but if anybody ever saw the photos of me playing basketball, number one, I wore my socks up to like my mid-thigh. For some strange reason, I know now everybody wears the spandex, right, that covers the whole leg. I was doing the opposite way, right? So I had the really high socks. But then secondly, back then when you played, we were way ahead of the times because now everybody wants to fold their shorts and pull them really high. That was a natural short for us. You know what I mean? Like we had the really short shorts. And I go back and look at those pictures and I think, my gosh, we were way ahead of the times back then. So I would have to say that's pretty embarrassing.
Okay.
It's not the answer you were going to get, thinking you were get, was it?
Who knows?
Okay.
The third one was, what strengths do you see in me as a basketball player, and then how can that help the team?
The biggest thing, and one of the things that stood out to Coach Weaver and I the first time we watched you play was your footwork. Your footwork is phenomenal. You have been coached by some coaches that have done a really good job of working with you interiorly as far as footwork. You're being able to spin. You have a natural ability in knowing how to use your body and flip and ask for the ball. You're skilled with both hands, which honestly is unusual. Usually that's something that a player has to work through when they get to college, but you can finish with your left hand, you can finish with your right hand. And so, you know, that aspect was the biggest thing that stood out to us. And so as you continue to grow as a player, you know, kind of like Coach and I have talked to other players, we just want to see you continue to extend your game, be able to step out and be consistently on the perimeter, shooting the ball, being able to step out and shoot the three at a consistent level, because all that does is make you more dangerous, more versatile, and then you're just more of a problem when it comes to scouting reports and how people are going to stop you. And so excited about your growth and where you're going to go. And really where you've gone from August to now has been a drastic improvement. And so hopefully you understand, Veyda, that your ceiling is really high in terms of how good you can be. And you know, you're 100% control of that. But you know, don't think for a second that Coach Weaver and I aren't going to be behind you, pushing you and helping you become the best player you can become.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, do you have any other questions you'd like to ask me?
No, sir.
Okay.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope to see you guys next week. Go Habs.
Go Habs.